for being here, everybody. We're very excited to have another religion interview for you today. We've got another very special guest, someone who has joined Get Rollin' for some Mexico events before and is very prominent bladey down in Mexico. I've heard many times the best female Mexican blader. And we're very excited to have on Massiel Rolls. That's me. Let me bring this all up here. There we go. And bam. Welcome, Massiel. Thank you for being here.
Ah! Thank you for giving me this space opportunity.
Of course. Yeah, we're very excited to have you on. I know you've got seemingly a very prominent fan base already. We love to see it, but there's a lot of people in the chat already. If you guys have any questions for Massiel, we will be getting to them towards the end, so make sure you drop them in the chat. Just say in all caps question, and then follow with your question. We'll get to them at some point. But Massiel, how's your day been today? Thanks for coming.
Thank you. My day has been pretty chill.
Good.
Has been exercise and good weekends. Thank you. What about yours, guys?
It's been good.
Mine was very chill. It's been very warm over here, so it's been pretty running around with kids kind of days. Pretty beautiful in the outside.
Oh, it was very sweet. Your story.
Yeah, the weather's starting to change, so it's everything's starting to feel better. That's nice.
Indeed.
Good stuff.
It's cold for skating.
It's over here. Today is like perfect for skating. You're not gonna sweat if you skate, but if you stop skating, then you might need to skate again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Meta and I got about the same weather, so we're finally getting a skate season, which is nice. But you know, that's a good transition. So why don't you tell us how'd you get into skating? How did skating come into your life?
It was because I saw a video from Esther. I saw her, and she seemed to me very brave. Like skating in those really short shorts was impressive, and those huge legs. Was like, wow, does she have those legs for skating? That's amazing. And so I thought, maybe if she can skate like that, I can do that too. I mean, why not?
So you're saying you started aggressive skating?
No, I started with quads.
Wow.
Yeah.
Girl was quad skates. Yeah.
Okay.
So how did you transition into the light? Just kidding.
My friends always, we in Spanish we have a word, like, I don't know how to translate, which is carrilla. It means like they make laugh of me because they say like I always change the story. That is just like I just tell the short version of the story, and it's like as I started quad skater, it wasn't that much people skating quad in my city because my city is very small. So I found a group of guys that were skating free skate. I started skating free skate for, well, this year will be 10 years me skating free skate. But it wasn't until November 2025 that I saw my best friend, my friend Ale. I saw her doing tricks on the ledge on a local skate park. And I don't know why I always had this idea of aggressive skates, like just a sport for men, doing those huge kinked rails and that with, those huge pants and that. that was the idea that I had.
I'm wearing huge pants right now, honestly.
Me too. I'm wearing UK jeans right now, dude.
Dirty jeans, bro.
Hey, operational hire. Just gonna put it out there. Just kidding.
There's nothing wrong with with huge space. What I meant is like
Call it like you see it, you know?
they
Facts though.
do use them behind the butt, you know, like with laces and that. So yeah, I had that idea like aggressive skating wasn't for girls until I saw yeah mine, I would say, not to look for more information about that. And honestly, when I saw aggressive skating, I was kind of rejecting to get really into the sport because I thought that it wasn't my thing. Until one friend of mine, she saw me and she said, I have this pair of Ion. Those were the Ion 80s.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
I started with those. She was like, I'm going to sell them away, but I want to ask you first because I see something on you. I see that you have, and before putting them out there, I want to offer them to you first. And
all my questions have been answered with that. That explains why when you topside, you really topside.
It does, yeah.
You know, listen, I've known Massiel for like a few years now, and I've always been like, you know, most people that learn topside, you kind of shit a little bit until you actually get it, right?
Yeah.
She never did.
Yeah.
Ali Fishbrain, that sequence. And I was like, whoa, she knows what she's doing. Now it makes sense. You started with 80s. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Topsides with that wide space, it's so comfortable. Of course, you need to go faster because, you know, it's more plastic, so friction.
Right.
You know? But it gives you that first idea of how to find the balance. So I started with those, but I couldn't do groups grinds. I just couldn't do.
I mean, good luck.
Yeah, same. They're hard.
I just couldn't do group grinds. It wasn't until give me a pair of Ion 61s, and back then I could do backfire royales, unities, and that's how I fell in love with aggressive skating. Was like I was what is that word? I don't remember, but yeah, like wishing started before.
Wow.
Oh yeah, like regretting not that just started so later. Like
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm grateful that I skated free skate because it gives me the versatility that I needed.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
cross and fakies and how to drop in, because I already know how to do those things like stalling the ramp and dropping and going faking. That were things that I learned with my 81s.
And it's apparent that it's coming to you pretty naturally.
right?
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Very
see
much.
yourself like skating the way you skate now at the moment you started aggressive skating?
Recently I was talking with a friend. I will say hi to him, my friend Gio. I was very surprised how my skating style has been changing with the pass of the years. When I started, I had a short haircut, like really short haircut, and that's like the period with my hair starts growing is like they will mark the difference between my style. Sometimes I will look at those videos and I'll say, fuck
Yes, that's all right.
It's okay.
my style has changed a lot. It's completely different. So maybe in a few years my style will change, but I just hope that it'll stay as clean as is now, or and find more confident on my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all about the journey where you're in, and how it reflects onto your skating, right? Like you really enjoy learning these crazy technical grinds, and I can tell, you know.
Yeah, yeah, completely. It takes time. It takes time. It's something that I've heard. Don't be like rushed by the time that you have like 3 years now and you haven't learned the things that you haven't learned the tricks that you were supposed to do at this point. It's not like that. It's
Exactly. It's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
time, and you have to be like with your body too. It's like the muscle needs to have that memory that it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Moments. Yeah.
Good.
All right, so when you think about skating and you're talking about skating, what do you usually talk about?
Um, I talk about your mind state. I will say
Mm,
depends where is your mind. It will depend how you skate. I'll say that completely because in my local skate park, I will feel flow like I can do anything.
mhm,
But sometimes I'll find myself feeling pressure or feeling like who's looking at me, or and you feel anxious or that nervous system that change your mindset and it changed your skate ability too,
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
to really focus on strengthening your mentality to um, look for, no matter where or with who are you skating, your body knows how to do it, and your body, you have to trust your body too. You have to um, trust your feet, trust yourself, and flow, breathe.
Mm-hmm.
mhm. And is this mentality coming from where? Is it related to where you come from or where you are right now? Because you're in Baja. Like let's talk about that too. Like it's one of the most beautiful places on earth. First of all,
I
uh,
day guys come here. I always say that people might live here, but it's not just a beautiful place. um, I think this is one of the things that you have heard before, but you don't understand it completely until you feel the person.
Hmm.
And I could experience that from the last big competition that I had, which was World Skate Games. I found myself very struggling with my mind, and with like I just couldn't connect my mind with my body. And as
mhm,
I thought, you do all those tricks. You just have to breathe and trust yourself. And I saw that, and I love to observe that falling and having fails is so normal. It's because you will say that if you're failing or if you have mistakes, you are like in a wrong path or whatever. But something that I love about roller skating and rollerblading and skateboarding and scootering and horses, like they say, if you are not falling, you're not learning. And I love the thing that falling is the name of the game.
100%, hundred
Yeah.
percent. Is it like the way that this applies to life to me is like so deep, you know, and maybe people live the life of blading and their own life and don't realize these lessons sometimes. But in reality, if you approach life understanding that you are that all the hey, the downs are gonna come, the falls are gonna come,
Yeah.
you know, the ups are gonna come. You're gonna learn a little bit, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, now I want to learn something crazier." So now you're gonna fall more, right? You know,
Yes.
that's just life because you want to grow, right?
Mhm.
But then you always go forward.
Yeah.
you can go down, you can go up, but as long as you continue to push, you're gonna continue to move forward, and that's
Mm-hmm.
blading. You know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's impressive how this sport has taught me many things, many things, and it's not like you are looking for find this point of your life where you're just enjoying happiness and being completely in bliss and whatever. It's just like you have to know that ups and downs are gonna come, but the very challenge is to find yourself comfortable with going through those things. Like uncertainty is something that will always come, and it is represented in blading very, very well. And I love how this sport can talk or can teach kids
Mm.
that at very short period of their life, like they are
Mm-hmm.
falling, it's just fine. It's not like you are in a path is exactly where you need to be, because if you're not falling right now, you won't be able to understand what is the correct way to do it. Because imagine what will be to land a trick the first time you try it. It won't taste the same. It wouldn't taste that like courage and like that emotion and exit like you feel when you learn a trick for the first time before all the work that it took you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
You
that.
need to be polished, right?
Mhm.
You know, somewhat to a certain degree, right? And the beauty of it is like this also teaches you that you can choose your not only maybe in life you cannot choose when you are getting hurt or how you're going to get hurt or how you what challenges specifically are going to take you down, but you can choose how they're going to take you, like you can choose how you're going to react to when they're taking you down. You
yeah,
can choose how to enjoy it or not enjoy it, how to complain about it or how to immediately be like, what can I learn from that?
yeah,
Because if you don't learn going down a rail on a fast lane and something happened and you don't learn, then you probably don't want to learn it anyways. You know?
you are a filter. You decide how much that will affect you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
I love that.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
Great philosophy.
Talk to us about your community there. Like, who is there? Give your shout out. Todos esos que están viendo que son de allá, menciónalos.
I'm in love with my family. Yo amo a Mexico, amo a mi familia. Um, I feel very, very grateful that since I started skating, I felt it very embraced by my community, by my. I never felt it like comparison or hate or no. Since the moments I start, of course it will be like a few, but I always have those messages where, oh, I love how you're doing this, but to improve that you will do or you will want to do this. Well, I'll be like, thank you very much, because that's the thing that I need. Is like I don't have experience in that, so you guys that have experience letting me know how to do it correctly, that I appreciate the most. So I love all the guys. I love my country. Of course, I have my mind uses, my poor things, skate parks and that. But if I feel in my city, we are very blessed or whatever. Yeah, we have good skate park. It's a very small city, but we have 8 skate parks, and they have, you know, they are not perfect, but that's better, right? I mean, it teaches you to how to do a topside, whatever it takes. So
Perfect is boring.
Exactly.
yeah, when you're learning, of course you want everything to be perfect, but when you have more like salsa and that chorus side is like, I don't care, I'll go, very committed.
Yeah.
So
Who are you skating now these days with?
um This days has been kind of lonely because my friends are injured. My best friend, she's injured. She is the person with I will usually go skate. But also I have a friend. His name is Efra. Because we have different styles. So I love ramps. I love mini ramps. I love bowl. So it's like at the point I have to like understand that maybe they will want to go to the ledge and they don't want to go to the bowl. So I'll go with them because I want to share time with them.
Mhm.
But when I find someone that likes to skate bowl, it's like I can be inside a bowl all day. Lose the conception of time inside. It's like
So you and Belen must get lost in time together. Belen Tejeda, shout out. Like
yeah, then send you a big hug. She's
Belen is the what would you call that in English? Is the representative from Argentina that went to the World Skate Series.
yeah, and she has been in class recently. She is a pro on how to fly. She flies like very very high. Very see her skate in real life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her progression, she does progression skating. So you see her like just putting her skates. She rolls around, then she's jumping over things, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, I jump over that. All right, let me do a 360.
That happened during Alpha Mexicano Roller Tour in Guadalajara. The first try she was doing just a jump across the launch pad. And the second try was to a 360. Like that.
Yeah, she's crazy, and she's just learning it. You know, she's just learning it. So now she's gonna try to do it anywhere, and then she's doing 540 anywhere now. Like, but she's very good. Shout out to Belen. She joined us in the Get Rolling Mex tour last year too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's a unique soul. I love her vibe. I love how the energy that amazing.
Well, I'm gonna use her to zigzag then. Like Belen was in the tour. She did a lot of different things besides blading within the tour that helped our blading.
Oh,
We did a lot of sessions of different stuff besides blading. I know you do other stuff besides blading. Can you want to talk to us about those stuff? Like you have your art, you have other stuff. You have a lot of stuff that I would like for you to talk about.
well, last year my life has been mainly skating, but this year I have this goal in my mind that focused on other things besides skating. I recently had a broken collarbone, and it taught me how uh, worthy individualism is. Just a bike or to just move your body, it's like those are things that we don't appreciate at the moment that we have, like, when you are sneezing and then you have all the boogers here, and it's like, oh, I wish I appreciate more with my working with any problem. It's just like that.
Yeah.
How to appreciate things. So I want to improve my body. I want to take care of my body on exercises that will help how to avoid, well, it's impossible to avoid risk. Get close to that. Get close to bad falls and injuries and broken bones and bruised ankles and all those things you don't want, but in skating those are things that will happen.
Yeah, and it's hard to reframe it sometimes, but they are things to be proud of, I was 2 years into skating when I broke my ankle, and one of the best memories of my entire life was when I was like prepping for surgery because I had to get a plate put in my ankle. My dad comes in and he's like, "Hey, this might sound weird. I just want to let you know." Or this was when I got my cast. I was like, I'm proud of you. I know it might sound weird. It's like, but I'm proud of you for pursuing something to the point that you got hurt and it hasn't phased you. And it, if anything, it seems like it's made you more passionate about it. So, I love hearing that because we're of the same mind on that. Sometimes it gives you a chance to reframe how you think about things, and that's all I did while I was sitting there with my cast, elevating my leg. Was how do I avoid this next time, and then B, what can I do to still find ways to enjoy blading, the community, and direct my energy other ways. So blading truly, I think, really did teach me that. It's hard for me to find that in a while, but yeah.
You get forever, so tool that gives you the opportunity to skate forever is your body. So the thing, take care of your body. If you want to skate forever, or if you want to run forever, if you want to swim forever, you have to take care of the first element that gives you the that you are able to do that because you have a body.
So how does your self-care looks like? Like if you had a routine, what does that look like?
Well, I'll go to the gym. I'll try to do exercises for strength my body, just arms, chest, and everything up. And during the week, or in my jump, improve my balls, just strength, wrist for falling, and to so protect my ligaments. And I have a problem in my back, in my spine, so being like trying to between heavy weights and not to lose all the density and strength that you have. Is just like where you have to be strong. Okay, how do I do that? Well, I need to work with heavy weight, but
you gotta get there.
Yeah, I'm on that path. I'm on that journey, and I'm very enjoying doing that because it connects me with my body. To my if it tells me that I'm tired, hey, let's rest, because sometimes we are not good at listening. What I need is like, I go skating. Oh man, I'm tired. I don't care if you're tired. We're gonna go skating. Sometimes you need to lay down back. Only do. And it don't feel like you are doing. Don't feel guilty doing nothing.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts. How is the relationship with your sponsors? Talk to us about your sponsors, and when you do need to have to take these breaks and so on, like how does that affect the relationship at all?
Oh, no, absolutely no. He's a very good friend, Jasir. I'll send him a big help. Located in Tijuana.
Is she cutting out for you?
Yes,
sorry, you're kind of cutting out for me. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and say something real quick.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's cutting out. I think I wonder, Meta, if maybe it sounds like one of our mics is cutting in. I don't know if it's mine or yours, but sorry, could you start over?
I did it on purpose to check if I can hear her better, but okay.
Okay.
Everything is fine now?
We should be good now, yeah. Sorry about that.
So he wanted to support me, and the moment that I was injured, I told him, hey, I want to take a break for my body. I feel like I need to. He was very understandable with me. He was totally, yes, yes, do it. You do it. Take your time. He he knows me very well. He knew that it would take me more than a year because I was in that very negative state of mind. Like, no, man, I'm not gonna skate like the way I was doing it because I want to keep skating. So I need more things, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I wanted to skate, and as long as I started feeling comfortable with my body again, as long as I as soon as I felt it like feet were connected, I started doing all those tricks that I wanted to, that I've been looking for, um, and I'm very grateful with my body that I felt it like it didn't take me time to expect. So now he's very understanding with me. Every time I want to talk to him about something that I need, he's totally, but he's a human being that wants to support, not not because it's a business, because it's his passion. How he supports kids that has power inside, that has very like, that light, that and others. So I can tell, I can relate how he is very into that.
It's awesome.
How who is this? This is from which? This is from Mexa Roller or what?
The brand is Mexa Blading. That is the name. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mexa
Also,
Blading on IG. There you go.
also I will say that one of the biggest inspirations and the way that I keep, or the only reason why I'm still here is of my best friend Ale. She's the owner of Soul Grinder, the community from La Paz, and it's a very small group. We are a group of friends, very very joined group of friends. We friends, I consider more of them my brother and sisters. I love how they always let me know that me, and they never doubt. Even when I was doubting about myself, I had my hesitations about me. They never had those. I'm very grateful for them to let it. They showed me their support always in my community, and I love the brand. I love how creative she is. She has an idea, and immediately she will take whatever she has, even if she doesn't have the tools for doing. She will look the way to do it, how to do the design, create um, hoodies, create shirts, t-shirts, and whatever. And the the most incredible thing is that the reception that it has in our country, in Mexico, even in United States, in San Diego, Los Angeles, and other parts of very close from Mexico, uh, they are wearing the brand. So it is a fulfilling thing. It's like they want to be a part of this small town, this small city, which is Soul Grinder, and it makes me feel very very proud of my friends, my community, my city, and yeah, I love being a Soul Grinder member and a Mexa Blader. Yeah.
I love that.
Nice. And like, what is the weather where you are right now? Like,
Oh, it's kind of a combination of hot during the day. After 10 a.m., it's very hot until 6, 7. It's kind of weird because in this month is May, right? No, May? No, April. um, at this point of the year, we will start feeling cold, but I don't know what is happening. It's like the cold is just trying to stay, which is a very convenient thing because the more that the cold will stay here, the more that it will take to come back. In December, sometimes like I'm in Christmas or New Year's Eve with my shorts and trying to, because I'm sweating.
Wow, envy.
That it's that in Christmas Eve I'm sweating. But I love the weather too because we have the beach very close from here. You can go skate and then get into the water, give a nice swim, and then go skate again. So that's the life from La Paz, from La Baja. That's the lifestyle. It's like you'll go skate, you'll go swim, you'll go take the sun, vitamin D, and then you have energy for go for a full session at night.
Nice, 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 nice. What you mentioned before, that um, that you are like working out and doing about, doing strengthening, working out to make sure you skate for longer. Also, you mentioned before that you didn't, when you started, it seemed very competitive skating, right? Like it seemed like much about competition and you were not about that. But now I see you competing. I see you training like an athlete, ready to compete. Um, so, what compels you to compete?
Mm, I think I've never had that mentality of compete. I just wanted to meet the people from Mexico that they were doing the same sport as I was doing. I just wanted to be ready. So the way to be part of it was going to the. But it wasn't until my friends they started telling me that I have the what it takes, the potential that it takes to compete. I started feeling like comfortable with the idea of competing. And of course, after the first competition, my first competition was in Mexicali, border inline.
Yes, Chicali.
Um, After that, it's not like competing. It's what you feel after it is after the competition. Is like, wow, I challenge myself because of a period of time. So it's like challenging your mind because you don't have the whole park for you. You don't have the whole time for do all the tricks that you know how to do. You have to focus on the most comfortable tricks and the easy going in those. So I think it helps you to be a better skater more than showing what is your value to the world, which is the thing that matters the less. Um, what gives you as a person, as a skater, and not only as a skater, as we start saying, human being, it teach you because it also gives you that door of letting you know parts of yourself that you weren't able to get to know about you until you aren't out of your comfort zone. And once you are out of your comfort zone, you get to know yourself better.
Mm-hmm.
Preach. I really no. I don't know if you've been in these conversations. I think you have been in these conversations, Josiah. But lately, I've been having a lot of conversations about like why
I'm a spia.
why do we run from discipline, and the struggle, when
Mm-hmm.
these are the things that make us grow, and yet we want to talk like things are not going well, I'm not improving, I'm not growing, but you haven't put the work for that.
Mm-hmm.
you know the, sweat, the tears, the discipline, you know, because it's not like going through the pain once. Any blader can go through the pain once. We can all throw a true spin fish and hope that we landed, you know. But how many of us fall 3 times on our hips sideways, almost not able to look at the floor, like, and we get over like, oh, that was closer.
Yeah, yeah. And the only way to grow is competition, of course, but it's one of the things will, because there are people that will choose being outside of the industry, and that's completely fine. They just do it because they feel like it's something that helped themselves, and that's completely fine. It's totally acceptable, totally understandable.
Yeah, yeah. At different journeys, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, that will be something that I will say to try to people to remember, is that skating is not for showing what is your value to the others. Is because it makes you happy. It makes you happy. Do it because it makes you happy. Do it because you need it. You need to do it. Do it because that's what you do.
Yes.
And don't think that your value as a person, it will depend on how difficult the tricks are, the ones that you do. Is just because what is the impact that you have in yourself and others. I will say that the messages that I receive from people saying you're my inspiration, of those are the messages that I cry for, because
Yeah.
I'm doing something for someone else that is not me. I'm trying to give back all the things that the universe has given to me in this way to other people. So
I would say, just based on the nature of this conversation, just what I've learned so far, we started off talking about you being inspired to put on the quads and then eventually the blades. Seems like you're already returning that in dividends with the amount of people that are inspired by what you're doing. So that's big, you know. That's a beautiful nature of not only this sport, but a community like ours and like yours, where people finally have someone, specifically females, have people they can really look up to in this sport. Because you mentioned it right at the beginning, the representation just isn't or wasn't there. But people like
Still
you,
not there, man. Let's be real.
it's still not. It's still not there. It's still not there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to discredit
Not
the
that,
efforts.
hey, not that there's meant like, hey, listen.
Exactly. I'm trying not to
99%
discredit
of
the amazing
Yeah.
work that people like Massiel and like China and Victoria Soderholm, the amazing people, Anik, with so many amazing people that are stepping into the scene and or have been around for a little while, that are really starting because of the nature of the way skating has changed to really shine. I love it. I love it a lot. So yeah. Very passionate about that.
yeah, totally. This sport is like very hard to survive in this sport, because it's very easy to unmotivated, because you see like there's no people skating close to me. So why would I skate if I don't feel the motivation of doing it? And coming back to the same point, is just because your body needs it, your mind needs to do it. So that people that started with very poor situations where the scene was not there, but they were doing a battle of trying to make the community bigger and bigger, is the people that I admire. Friend, she see what are the things that they need to put more attention, and not to stay like that, just doing absolutely nothing. Move.
Nice.
And yeah, are the things that maybe you will think that you're not doing all the things that you could do, but someone else is paying attention, someone else is watching, is looking, and maybe you don't see it, but you are inspiring. Even if you're falling, you are inspiring others. Yeah.
Facts,
that.
facts. Okay, so we're going in this very
Emotional.
ideological journey that is very uplifted. Let me just do my thing and be the devil's advocate. So, what is your goal as a professional rollerblader besides your goal within the community, which is very obvious, you know? Like you're obviously given and invested in the community. You're growing your community, promoting your no cross. I mean, this whole conversation has showcased that, but also it's very important to showcase what is your goal as a professional rollerblader.
Mm, to be honest, I don't remember where my mind was exactly a few years ago. I mean, I don't remember what I was doing, but I remember what I was thinking. So it's kind of hard to compare my goals if I'm not like, because as I said, last year was mainly skating, and I want to go to World Skate Game, and that was my main goal. But now I know that there are more things besides skating. We'll say that, of course, my goal is skate forever, skate as long as my body allows me. And for that, I want to improve my body. I want to be strong. I want to take advantage of these young years that my body is allowing me to fail, have really bad failings, and not breaking all my bones, to learn much quantity of tricks, hard tricks and difficult tricks as much as I can. So when I turn 40, I can still do those tricks that I learned when I was 20, 23 right now. So take advantage of the energy of my body right now, take care of it, because I want to keep skating at 45. I would love to stay in competitions. I want to travel around the world through this sport. I never thought that I will be able to get to know more about the world than my city, than my country. So if rollerblading is giving me, and that's something that I love about this, rollerblading is giving me friends that they don't know me in real life. They just see me. They just see me through the screen. They just see my videos, and they're like, "Hey, whenever you want to come to Spain, you have a house here. You have a bed, and
That's waiting right there.
bicycle." And it's like, I don't know you, and you're opening the doors of your house to me. That's something that I love about this. I love this culture that we have built, and I want to keep cultivating with more people that want to, as you like, doesn't matter if I have to sleep on the floor, on the ground, I don't care. You will have my bed, and you will have my car, and you will have all the beautiful places that I can show you here, because we are that. So I love that this gives you the opportunity to travel around the world. I would love to do it, to, of course, save money because
Yeah.
expensive, and first improve as a skater, improve as a friend, as a daughter, as a teacher, because I love teaching. I'm giving some classes here and there.
Awesome.
I felt that, so I want to also be a better version of myself, to 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 be able to do all those roles, not perfect, but close, every time closer than a better version of me. I don't want to have like goals like winning Winter Clash. That will be amazing. Be amazing.
No, I don't want to.
I don't want to, but it would be awesome.
Thank you.
But I also want doing it because I love it. I wanted this to become a fountain of frustration. I will try to improve my tricks. I will try to perfectionate my tricks. Of course, I will try to go to a winter clash, but I will have such a good time over there and make very good relationships and good
Mm-hmm.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, Winter Clash. Let's go together.
Yes, that would
Let's
be.
see.
I was literally just looking if they had posted times yet, because I'm like, as soon as they post times, I'm getting a hotel room at Blue Collar immediately, right away.
Book.
Yep.
Book.
Ready
Because
to go.
they saw that like this, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's-
I'm lucky enough to be on the volunteer team and solidified a spot. So
Oh.
but the tickets go. It's last time, didn't they go in like 24 hours?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, Massiel, you're good enough to be considered like you could be there because you're a skater that could compete. So
thank
you
you.
ain't gotta
Yeah.
yeah.
I think those
I mean,
are very like insane, right? They seem very big on the videos. It's like
It's big. It's big.
yeah.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
anything you couldn't handle, but you definitely have to really get in the mindset of like I love all the people around me right now, and I have to hope they love me as much to understand that I might snake some of them. I might cut up some of them off. I might hit the trick at the same time as them, but it's all love. And anybody who gets upset, like, you got in my way, just like give them some space, they'll cool off. But that doesn't
Did you
happen
judge
really.
a kid? Did you judge a kid that first ever went to Disney and saw Mickey Mouse and just wants to go crazy?
Yeah.
No,
No,
right? That's everybody. Right?
Exactly. Same idea. Win a class, same idea. It's super fun though. If you can make it, you definitely have to try.
yeah. I think that helps is that all the spots are made by wood, so if you fall, you're not falling on concrete very hard. You you can broke a bone, of course, but falling
Yeah.
that bad, or it's something I want to think about.
Well, it's also created to push people to extremes in different ways too.
Yeah.
So the size of things can be very not understandable in their lenses. Like
If you get good flow though, most of the time, like, and you said you're a bowl skater, once you really understand flow, people like Cam Card, for example, skate that stuff like it's nothing. It's just making sure that you're just making sure you got the right time to dart across. But I really think you'd shine there. The size of the obstacles, I don't think they look a lot bigger in video. And don't get me wrong, you stand up next to them, you're like, dang, I wouldn't touch that. But honestly, with the size of ramps I see you skating, I don't think you'd be too concerned by it.
facts though, facts. Yeah.
Happen.
If you approach this like the way you usually approach your skating, with the progression, you'll kill it. It's
Yeah,
like-
be awesome.
yeah.
I'm gonna have you sign my one of my Mexa bleeding shirts.
There you go.
Shirts.
If you could choose a trick that you want people to see you doing Winter Clash, don't think about the setting, like the grind play or the box. Any of your tricks, of your technical tricks,
Hey,
that you would like people to see you do or do yourself doing in Winter Clash, which trick would that be?
damn. If you ask me what will be my dream trick, yeah, choose a porn star, but that's not a trick that I have on my pocket. But
Well, we just saw a few clips of you doing it in the box. What's up?
yeah, to work it. I'm trying to, but a very safe trick for me that I would love to do. I would love to do a lay of fish brain at some point at somewhere. Yeah.
You got that easy. You got
Easy.
that easy, man. You just gotta
I
pick
think-
the right obstacle. You could do it on pretty much anything. What
I
I'm
was
seeing here,
setting
man.
myself
Like,
up.
yeah, holy cow.
Yeah.
Remind me again,
I mean-
how long have you been blading besides just
Think.
like quad skating? How long have you been blading?
I started in November 2021.
Wow.
This year I turned 4 years. No, 4? I have 4 years and something and months.
Listen, not to be that guy, but I'm skating literally about the same amount of time, and you are like 10 times better than I am. So you are very, very naturally inclined for this. It's really cool to see.
She works so
It's true.
hard.
That's true. She works very hard. I
Not
don't
that
want
you
to
don't.
diminish
Not
that,
you
man.
don't, bro.
No,
Not that you
yeah,
don't.
I didn't take it that way. But I do not I do not work as hard as she. That is absolutely just true. I do not.
I mean, I'm gonna say, I was hoping that you will say alley fishbone or something like that, because I was really trying to set up for us to showcase that full cap alley fishbone again. You have my favorite. I mean, listen, that's one of my favorite tricks to do. You know, and you have probably my favorite full cap alley fishbone that I never go and search. Let me watch that trick again. I don't really do that. I don't really like to stay in the gram searching for stuff at all. But I've catch myself going back to what? How did she grab that again on the twerking again? Like, whoop, and you just wrap yourself onto the grab, and you push it out and until you can possibly not be more topside. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that is a sticky trick for me. It's very hard. Very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, it
very
is.
hard. I want pocket. I received an advice of a very good friend of mine, Fry Gomez.
Yes, yes. Shout out Fry. Every day is
And
Friday.
Fry, and he told me once, Massiel, start practicing your tricks that you want them to be your pocket tricks for competitions. Do them all day. And those are one of the tricks that I want to do everywhere. Everywhere is so. I have
you got that the full cali tops are pretty light down too, like very solid. I've seen you in person doing it before too. Like that should be like a pocket trick that you throw anywhere, and so like that's technically a fakey hurricane topsail, you know, you know, but you're just throwing it like it's just a 270 topsail or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's that tricks appears when I'm in the mood.
Yep.
When the music is like it's like when it's the highs of the song, that is when the tricks appear.
Yep. I
Yeah.
understand that. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Well, I wanna like ask something that I really want to know more about this, and we've been trying to talk more about this. But like, what is your perspective as in blading as a female, and what do you think? How do you think it compares to an experience that male have?
Wow.
In the blading community, in the blading scene, you travel already within blading, so the whole spectrum, you know, like
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. I haven't traveled that much, but definitely going out of my country helped me to see that more closely. Because here in Mexico, as I said, I always felt it support, and I never felt it like not negativity, toxicity. Of course, there are comparisons, but never in a bad way. Until I traveled the first time, and I could hear in podcasts and experiences of people outside that it has been difficult, even more in the United States, right? Where you had to be really good, or you have to be Fabiola de Silva, or you have to be almost naked to be accepted. All those things are the only accepted things if you want to skate. And that is something that I think that maybe roller skating brought into this community, into aggressive, because until watching all those girls, very trasher girls, squat skaters, they are really trasher.
Yeah.
uh, Watching them skating has been like giving the perspective of all the people that has been in the industry before us, that girls can do it too. Definitely girls can do it too. Of course we are not that strong, of course we are not that big, but we can build that, agility through time, through practice. Even if we do it, it can be, or it can count more because we are girls and it takes us more effort to do it than a man, so we take that week work
Power on.
naturally. So I think it's very, very important for girls to support other girls, because we all knew how hard it is to prove that you need a space in this. It's like you have to be good to open space in the industry, but it doesn't need to be like that. Just because you are skated already, you have to skate on. You deserve to be there. You are deserved of a place, of a community, of a group of friends that will join you in a session to skate. Not because you are a good skater, not because you are the only one can do a backflip. It's just because we share this lifetime. We share the skate park, and as a community, I think it doesn't matter if what is the most complicated tricks that we have done in life ever. It's just because we don't want this to die. We has been through very difficult time where rollerblading was dying after X Games. Rollerblading was dying, so it's kind of selfish and not so smart to think like, if we are fighting each other inside of the industry, that doesn't make sense. We have to be strong together to make this thing bigger and bigger and bigger. If you want to go to the skate games, to the X Games again, and we want to go to the Olympics again, what we need to do is to create a really, really strong and big community. And for that, we need to be joined. We need to be united. So if someone out there is watching and are thinking that women can be or can do difficult tricks, it doesn't matter if she or it doesn't. Just be nice, be kind, because you don't know. You know nothing. So I also want to express how grateful I am with my girls in my country, all the community that is there in my girls. They are all my sisters. I don't want them to feel bad or upset because I call them everyone mana, hermana, sister. All of them are my family, because we wheels. So we share this together. We are in this together, and I don't want nothing more than watching and looking this girl community skating growing and grow and become bigger and bigger and bigger.
Shout out to Chicas Roller.
Yes, proud Paola, uh,
Ale, la otra Ale.
she is injured too, sending him good vibes, energy, and all the girls that they are doubting or they are thinking something negative, just throw that thoughts away and go skating. That way.
Absolutely.
Bravo, bravo. All
beautiful
right, okay.
sentiment.
I think that's a good intro to the Fast Five.
I was gonna say that was perfect.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so Massiel, the Fast Five is 5 questions. Try to not think about it. No pienses, simplemente trata de contestar lo más rápido que pueda. We never really do it fully, but we try, okay? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Park, urban, or street?
Park.
Ah, that was quick. Favorite pair of skates of all time?
I only use the skates.
Nice. We need to get you some of the skates. Okay. All right. No, just kidding. uh, favorite trick of all time.
Sorry,
Favorite trick of all time.
I love your fish train.
Nice.
I'm so biased. Um, favorite section ever.
Of me or no? Well, I don't have a
You
section.
can take it however you want.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite section, and I hope Eugene Enin he has a section that called Bot 3. I love everything about that video. The music, the spots, the music, the tricks, how he connects the tricks with the music. If you haven't seen that video, Eugene Enin Bot number 3, that is cinematic. That is perfection. At it right now.
Yeah, I'll pull it
Shout
up
out
quick.
to Eugen.
Eugen.
Again,
Love that guy.
fan here, a biggest fan.
So, who has influenced your skating the most? Will you say?
Oh no, definitely a girl, Thais Colares. She has
Oh
been,
my God.
and Coco Sanchez. She is like, Thais is more than inspiration of street, and Thais and Coco to bowl and mini ramp.
Nice.
She, well, they have their style, but I love everything about Thais. How so clean and so stylish and so treasure, and uh she is like, well, I don't know how tall is she, but she can jump crazy. Oh my god. She can jump crazy, and she's my biggest inspiration because I'm a short person too, so I always had that in mind that I couldn't jump, but looking at her videos and watching that she can jump, and she's like probably my height is like very inspirational to me. And when it comes about Coco, she's kind of lost right now, but back then looking at the videos, the smile on her thing was different. Less how she will enjoy, doesn't matter if it was the same trick, doesn't matter if it wasn't the perfect trick, just watching her flow. I could feel that. I could feel through her videos and through her body doing the tricks, the sensation of skating and loving skating. Yeah, those has been my biggest inspiration. And of course, girls. I'm trying to look more men videos, but being a girl, you feel more identified with a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Eugen, I love you.
Hey,
You're so nice, right?
I did, yeah. I just got to meet Thais very, very briefly at Crowder. That was pretty cool. Of course, she killed it. She won the women's.
Crowded Power.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, that was awesome. And then if you want to meet Eugen, come to Winter Clash. He's at Winter Clash.
Nice.
I was hanging out with him a little bit this next time, so if I see you, I'll make sure to grab Eugen. And I'll introduce you to.
Behave. Just kidding.
I saw Thais through spin kind grind. She threw spin kind grind as nothing. That's crazy.
I think she said it was left, triangle, and what? Just kidding.
uppercut, dodge. Oh yeah, that's great. Awesome. Well, we're about to wrap up in a little bit, but we do have, I think it was 3. We have 3 questions from the chat. If you'd be willing to, we'll go through those real quick. So we got one from Sean Michelson, friend of the channel, owner of Feet and Four Wheels. He said, "Is she Team Savannah or Team Alley Oop Unity?"
Ooh.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
That is the question that they always fight for, right?
Yep. Yeah, this is the one
Yes.
we're always arguing about.
Yeah, they're trying to politicize you. You can just say you can decline to answer.
Plead the fifth.
Every time I bring this topic into a conversation, they say like, "We are not gonna get into this. We're not." So I have no information. I have no information, like real information. I only will say that the only trick that I do is 270 backside Savannah, and people might say that is a layup unity. It feels like a layup unity, of course, but
Some will say that's the real Savannah. Some will say that.
Clark
It
says
doesn't-
that.
I'm not saying that.
that take it as you feel it. I mean, I feel it as a unity, as a layup unity. But the thing is that the spin that I'm doing is a layup, but the grinding, my feet are located as a Savannah. So
Yeah, there's I'll be honest, we never have enough time to discuss it on the stream, so we won't even try. But yeah, yeah, I can't do a Savannah, so I don't really have a whole lot of weight other than yeah, I'm working on them. You know, I'm Team Savannah simply because I like to really fine tune when we talk about our technical talk, but it's hard to.
Savannah, because that Savannah is harder. So every time you say Savannah, people will say, "Oh, it's a Savannah." Respect.
All I gotta say, and I know this doesn't shut down the conversation either because this doesn't incorporate the idea of the spin, but I can do a unity frontside and backside. I'm getting them right foot and left foot. I can't do a Savannah right foot or left foot frontside or backside. So all I can say is they aren't the same trick. They definitely aren't the same trick.
Totally different. Totally different.
That's a very good way to put it, Spook.
It doesn't shut down the conversation because there's so much to talk about technically when you talk about degrees of spin.
But these are facts to consider. These are facts to consider.
Things to talk about. Things to talk about. And we do it only with love.
Yes, indeed. Jordan question, I think she answered it in the Fast Five.
Yes, yeah, Streeter Park. And then Austin Paz chimed in. Shout out Austin Paz. Know and love him.
Shout out Austin.
Can you ask her about her thoughts on wearing pads? I see way more younger people wearing pads now than ever, and just curious if she always hits those areas or just something she got used to or what. So is wearing pads something you started off doing? Was it something you did as preventative measures?
After you found out that
Knee pads and shin guards and those?
No, the hip pads, the roller skater pads that you use sometimes, the hip pads, the shirt wear, but for example, not to say the brand, but you also use shin guards that go all the way up and knee pads that make you like cover the sides, like it, and you can see it in the videos. That's why I think he's referring to that.
Yeah. Well, no, I started as I grew up as a free skater. I will go to the streets with shorts. But I was crazy during that time, getting into the ball with shorts and having very, very bad wounds out of my body.
I like the pause before wounds.
Close to my butt, more specifically, close to the area that I sit down. So very comfortable.
Yeah.
At some point, I thought, what is the need of this? If I keep skating, if I want to skate comfortable, if I want to skate free, I have to take care of my knee. I have to take care of my butt. So yeah, and I just started skating with knee pads, and then I realized that using shin guards also a thing that helped me to feel confident doing difficult tricks, especially with top horns. Meta will remember when we were in Morelia how it's like hard for me sometimes to connect both knees, and so now I'm trying. Well, I think now I can say I have it, but it took me time. So that was the main reasons why I started, because I will hit my shin very, very bad.
Yeah, shins are
And
not fun.
now it became a necessity, a need of me. Like if I'm not skating with my protection, I won't feel as comfortable as where I feel like I'm naked and I'm gonna get hurt. So I don't want that. I want to be confident and do the tricks, not thinking that I'm gonna get hurt. So I do it. And now recently I added my wrist works too, because I feel like with the pass of the year I my messed up. So I want my wrist good for do pull-ups and everything it takes a so I think there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a person that takes comments of people very seriously. I just want to feel comfortable doing what I love. So maybe it doesn't look that aesthetic. I don't know, but I'm having fun. And the most is that I'm not getting injured. I'm not getting hurt. So I encourage people doing that. Even if you, especially if you're learning tricks, it's okay if you don't want to use all that equipment because you already know your body. You already know how you're gonna fall. What goes your body when you're falling, but especially when you're learning tricks, yeah, you won't get hurt. That is gonna happen. It's a fact.
We need like a clapping thing, you know? Every time she says something.
Yeah,
Oh,
cheering.
that was still like that, like answering fast.
No.
Okay. No, those are
We
just the
already did
questions.
actually, isn't she the first one to complete it?
No, Shawn Michaelson, I believe, was, and I want to say there was one other person, but she definitely did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Good
we
stuff.
time it, you might have been the fastest.
Cool.
So
Well,
as we wrap things up, yeah.
yes, yeah. So who do you got to shout out? We know we talked about Soul Grinders. We talked about Mexablading a little bit. I'll quick pull them up again, just to do our due diligence. But who do you want to shout out, and how can the people support you?
Ooh, I want to shout out to all the people that it's struggling having confidence with what they are doing. It doesn't matter if it's skating or skateboard or BMX, or even if it's running. I have this in mind, like do things that you won't regret with the pass of the years. So doing exercise is a thing that you're never gonna to regret. You will look back and I'll spend my young years moving my body, and that will make you feel complete. So do it. Do more. Move your body. All the people that has support me from Tijuana, my close friend Giovanni, my close friend Marco Yacir, who is the owner of Mexablading. All the people from my city, my friend Alejandra, my friend Chino, my friend Efra, my friend Ivan. Those are people that they always trust in me, even when I'm doubting about myself. They are always trusting me. They have a lot of faith in me, and I feel grateful for finding a real group of friends, because it doesn't matter if we are skating or playing video games, because usually we will do that card until 4 a.m. in the morning. Amazing.
Yes.
And maybe I'm trying not to be that competitive in roller skating, but in Mario Kart I'm person. I don't know if you have seen that cake that says sorry. I'm so sorry to what I said when we were playing Mario Kart. That is for me.
Massiel cart, man. Holy cow, that's awesome.
um, I love spending and just hanging out. Is a very precious time. It doesn't matter if we're skating, we're just hanging out. I love the community and the connection that we had built through the years, and all the people from Mexico who has supported me, who has given me space on their home, to Manu, to Eli, to Rafael, Oliver. To recently, I stayed with Michelle, with Via in Mexico City. People that as I said, they don't know me in real life, and they just open their lives for me. I want to do for others, and I'm very grateful that the world is giving me tiny stuff, tiny opportunities to make that wish come true, to finally being able to help others the way as that I want to. So thank you for telling me how to support others, because now I have that desire, and I want to do that too.
Amazing. Well, that's awesome. This has been a fantastic conversation. Massiel, it's been amazing being able to talk to you just over the interwebs. I do hope we get to meet sometime soon. Maybe Winter Clash, maybe the next tour. I really do hope I can make it on the next tour, because that just looks like such a blast.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys there. Let's try to be at Winter Clash next time.
Yes, absolutely. Good stuff. Yeah, shout
Thank
out
you for
Wigan
doing
Eden.
this.
No, and thank you very much. This has been a dream that came true. I always wanted to share a conversation with people like you guys that are more in this world, more close to it. Thank you very much for giving me the space.
Of course. We appreciate it. Yay, the hearts worked.
No, it's not gonna happen again.
Maybe.
First time's a charm. Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here for this religion live stream. Shout out to Massiel and to Soul Grinders, Mexiblading, the whole Mexico crew, the Baja crew down there. If you want to support Massiel, you can do that by following the links in our description. Just share around the content, spread some good words, some kind love. Make sure that you are doing everything you can to better yourself each day and the next as a blader, as a human, as we talked about a few times today on the podcast. It's incredibly important that you consider yourself, and thank you so much for giving us such a great conversation today, Massiel.
No, thank you guys. Thank you.
Of course. All right, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one. Later, bladers.